Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ARL Rocket League. I am GSR Chili, and today I am joined by GSR Pluto in the commentary box once again. How are you doing, Pluto?
I'm doing great. I've just had a chicken Kiev. I'm full up. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm looking forward to some good Rocket League.
Yeah, must sound nice. Nice food to eat before this, probably, I'd say, a very close series we have on our hands here. You're talking Calculated and Clan, two teams that are pretty good, offense and defense. Um, if we go back to the semifinals, which were the two previous games, we had Clan and Kidfid, which was a really close series, but Clan had the better edge, and they did take them down. And then the other game was Calculated versus GC Major Tom, and that was the previous game that we watched and was streamed live. And I want to look back to that game more, Pluto. It seemed like Calculated were struggling in games 1 and 2, and that allowed GC Major Tom to have a chance in that series. Maybe take a recap of what was going on in that series.
Well, all the games finished 3-2, which is miraculous when you've got so many players from different ranks. It's a miracle we've managed to get them to be so close. And yeah, I think Matty was the powerhouse of the series. He was always top of that MVP list. And I think he's going to have a better time now because he's on his own servers. But his teammates, obviously American, and we're going to be playing on EU servers tonight, which is going to be a bit of a setback for him.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the main issues Maddie will have, and especially because Luke and Callum, they are such a good partnership, and they're gonna be shooting the ball in the net, and they will be they're gonna throw shots on net, and Maddie could have a tough time, especially with PNB and Square, who are not really as skilled as Maddie. So it's going to be a really close series, and I think it will go down to game 3. Anything's going to happen here, Pluto. Honestly.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, I think. If we get Bernie Man in the party. He don't seem to be joining right now. It's causing a bit of a setback for us.
Yeah, but that allows us to take a little bit longer and discussing a little bit of stats here for the Season 2 playoffs. Maddie, obviously the dominant one, 6 goals scored, 18 shots. He already has 8 saves to his name. He's been the main reason why Calculated have been able to push forward in this playoff bracket. And then we have his two teammates, PNB and Dominant Square. PNB has 2 goals scored, 3 shots, but no saves to his name. So he's been a little bit more of that offensive character for their team. And that's good, really, that Maddie's playing most of defense. And then we have Square, who was recently joined, but he really showed off well last week, grabbing 3 assists and 2 saves to his name. Pluto, take us through the stats of Clan, because they also have pretty good stats.
Yeah, the theme we saw was Luke being Callum being the goal scorers in that team, with Bernie Man starting to sail back a bit and be the defensive player of the 3. Luke and Callum having 3 and 2 goals respectively, from not that many shots as well, so they've got quite a good conversion. And Bernie Man with the 3 saves, so we definitely do see roles forming in that team.
Yeah, we do, and I think that chemistry that Luke and Callum will have, that will really push them through to quite possibly win the series. I mean, it's been close. Even last week in the GC and Major Tom game, coming into this, we all thought Calculated was winning this game easily, probably a 2-0. But GC to Major Tom showed up, and they almost had what it takes to take down Calculated, which was definitely interesting to watch. And I feel like we'll have a little bit of the same here. But it's anybody's game, and it's going to come down to probably game 3, I'd say. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm sort of expecting Ket to come out of the blocks faster than Calculated because of the server advantage. They've got that chemistry between 2 strikers, and obviously Matt's had that theme of taking a while to get into his matches. So it could be the first game won by Ket, maybe 3-1, I'd say. and then Calculated to take the next 2 games of the series by a goal or 2 each game.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and like you were talking about Matty before, Matty, I'm gonna be honest, he struggled a little bit in games 1 and 2 last week. He really did. He just struggled to find his foot, and then game 3 he started popping off, and that's when Calculated took that huge victory over GC Major Tom, and that's why they're here today. And you know, Matty needs to step up here for Calculated. He needs to be that one guy who, pushes the team forward, even mentally, just pushing the team forward, relieving the pressure. I mean, he's played in RLCS quals before. He's felt pressure in games, and so has everybody. But especially in a tough bracket like this, like you need to calm your nerves, and you need to just, play your game and not feel the pressure, and that will really help a team to win.
Yeah, it's exactly that. If Ket manage to keep their nerve, I think this will be quite an easy game for them. But you've seen in previous season matches that they get ahead and then they sort of lose their edge a bit. But yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting series.
Yes, and as we are still waiting for Burning Man to come in here, I want to get your prediction, Pluto. Who do you think will be taking this series, and why?
Yeah, like I said before, I think actually, it's a really difficult one because it depends how Matty Mumu is playing. I think he's going to be the key player in this whole thing. If he's playing at his best, then no one can stop him. Not even my team could stop him. But yeah, if he like I said, if he takes that extra game or 2 to get into his stride, it's going to be Ket's for the taking.
Yeah, it will be, definitely. And that is and that's really going to be it's going to be the key story here, is if Matty Mumu can carry Calculated to victory. And who knows, maybe somebody like PNB, maybe somebody like Square, they might have pop-off games, but it's really going to be up to Matty here to try to, push Calculated forward. And if they win this game, just a reminder for all you guys tuning in, this is the playoff final, and whoever wins this game goes to the grand final, which will be scheduled at a later date. And that will be for the whole championship in Season 2 Rocket League. And yeah, it's gonna be anybody's game. As Burning Man, I believe, has just joined. Is that Burning Man?
That's Raptor, because Burning Man doesn't seem to be replying.
And yeah, Raptor has officially joined Ket for today's game. So now looking at this, Pluto, this is completely shaken up Ket here, because Luke and Callum now have to play with a completely different third. So
yeah,
how do you think this is gonna go?
It's quite horrible of Burning Man to just leave their team like this in the final of the playoffs. It's going to be a big shake-up, because Raptor, he hasn't played with this team before. Kench is not going to be there, and he might not know his role, but it's obviously better than having a 3 versus 2 situation. But yeah, it's not the best situations for Ket here.
Yeah, and as we head into game 1 out of 3, reminder, this is still best of 3. Ket in the orange, Calculated in the blue. Let's get into game number 1. Kickoff is pretty even here for both teams, but Callum gets a good clear, and that's Matty's defensive work starting to show, as he completely beats Luke here, and now Callum is alone on net. He gets a good save though, and PNB and Square are kind of on their own here, but Square does beat, I believe that was Raptor to the ball there. But so far good pressure from Calculated, as you see Square trying to get in with those chances, as PNB with a good pass middle, and there's a little bit of a double commit from Ket here. As now Matty takes up the wall. This is his time to shine. He gets a good shot on net, and it's unstoppable for Callum to save.
Yeah, there's a big defensive error from Ket there. They left the net completely open for Matt to just tap it in off the roof there. Callum, obviously, the first to react, he couldn't quite get there. 1-0.
Yeah, and as you hear the new player anthems, starting to show. Yeah, we see, and we see the new season 2 update coming into play, which I think is really cool here. And so yeah, this is so far 1 goal lead to Calculated. Maddie's trying to make it two goals. Now Luke has a little bit of a dribble going here, and he can't beat Maddie. Maddie's just sitting there. He knows. He just knows he'll be able to save it, and that's really good confidence. And Maddie's just gonna dribble it into the net there. Really easy goal.
Yeah, I think this is the first situation I said where Matty's straight out of the blocks as he should be, and I think him playing this well might have sealed this series off straight away.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Klan, and that's another goal. And Maddie Mumu just beats him on the kickoff.
Yeah, this is turned into a massacre. Again, I think Burning Man, what's he playing now? Why is he not doing? He's completely left his team out to dry. This is a bit embarrassing for him.
Yeah, it's very embarrassing. And, you know, and you got to feel for Luke and Callum here. You know, they've worked hard all season. They've been playing really well all season, and for this to happen to them is just so unfortunate. But, you know, 3 goals down with 3 minutes left. You know, comeback's still on here, so we got to see what happens here as Callum makes a good save, and that is over the defense, and Raptor, I think, got in the way there as Callum kind of raging. You can see by the chat there. But all 3 members of Calculated are playing on the same side of the field, and that's allowing Ket to have a little bit more opportunities. Now Luke off the wall. He's trying to help his team secure a goal here, and as PNB I think bumps square into it, and that's a great play. PNB takes a shot net. It's just wide, and Callum is sitting in the net there. Don't really know what he's doing. As now Maddie trying to get another goal for Calculated. Now square past the defense, and PNB centers it, but it's gonna be as far as Luke. He's trying to clear it. But here comes Maddie though, up in the air. He's gonna have a double here. I think he has a double here. And but he misses the double. Square just out wide, and that's so unfortunate for Calculated. Maddie reads it well. It's off the crossbar again. They're missing a lot of opportunities. And now Luke has a counterattack, but it's as far as Maddie. And that might be in, I think. No, it's just off the blackboard. But PNB gets it under Callum. And it's 4-0 to Calculated, sorry.
Yeah, it's a real shame, but let's talk about it. PNB goal for a second. He reads it perfectly, drops down, and a nice little tuck in to the bottom left, well, the left of the net.
Yeah, and you can really see Ket's frustration here. The fact that Burning Man, their third all season, is now not showing up, and probably one of the big stages of the tournament here. Playoff finals. I mean, it's huge, but Callum, he does get a goal back though.
Yeah, that's nice to see.
Ket, so could this see a start of a comeback?
Yeah, hopefully we can see Callum and Luke starting to form a really good alliance up front to hopefully bang another 4 goals to bring back this deficit and maybe go win. But yeah, they're just missing that defensive rock for Burning Man. He's always been the 3rd man. He's always getting the saves, and we just don't have that.
Yeah, and that's going to be a huge confidence boost as there's Calamity on the goal line there. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was a triple commit save from Calculated, but that's really interesting. Now Square kind of actually gets it over Luke, so Square's not playing bad at all. Making really good touches here as now Callum, he's going to try to go for it again. He can't get past Maddie though. Now the net might be open here if Callum can turn, but that's a great save by Square. He keeps out of the net. And now Luke trying to push forward on offense, and he can't really. But that's a good center, but he's there for Ket, and that probably was Raptor's ball, to be fair. But he just wasn't there, as now Maddie is trying to take another shot net off the ceiling. He can't do so. Now here comes Raptor, and Raptor can't do anything about that. Now that's a good play. Can Raptor shoot?
Well,
Raptor shoots and he scores!
Well done, Raptor.
And the reserve comes into play.
Yeah, Raptors had basically no notice about playing. He was holding a couple of minutes before he actually joined in. We had no idea about him. That wasn't going to show up. He's gone through and scored a goal for him. So it's good to see.
Yeah, and the comeback is still on. All Ket need is 2 mistakes from Calculated. And that's game, and that is a huge mistake. Can't Callum capitalize? He does not capitalize, and that's huge.
That's probably lost in the game. That might be the one moment, well, one of the moments that have lost in that game. So that was the comeback.
Oh, and that's just...
And that's a kick in the teeth there. Callum, big mistake. Calculated, go through and counter attack, and it's just an easy tackling from Matt in the end. He gets a big shot from Pedro to secure the goal.
156, referring to, Luke, a little bit of just friendly banter going on here. And Pluto, you gotta blame Callum for that there. He had to put that in. It was pretty much a wide open net.
Yeah,
and here comes Maddie off the ceiling.
That's pressure feeder.
Close. Yeah. This game 1 is coming to a close here. Definitely, I thought it was gonna be way closer, but Callum fakes out Maddie. He has Square to beat for Square. Again, gets back to that, and still, Square's been really good defensively for Calculated, and they take game 1 here.
Yeah, that's pretty easy with him for Calculated there in the absence of Bernie Man. I think what Ket needs to do now is regroup, gather your thoughts, and head into the next game with a fresh mindset.
Yeah, and I could tell Callum was frustrated, especially in the early stages of the game, and that was probably why he missed that open net. You gotta, like we were talking about in the pregame, you gotta have a good mentality. Stop sweating, Maddie. Yeah, Maddie is just playing like Maddie, really.
Yep, he's definitely showing his class, showing why he's a grand champ.
Yeah. RLCS, yeah.
Yeah, that is the point. Matt, he has been playing his RLCS qualification matches recently. I've heard he's been doing quite well as well, through to day 2.
That's something I need to sign up for, to be honest, Pluto.
Yeah.
I gotta get into quals.
I'm definitely past my prime. There's no chance of me joining for that.
Yeah. But overall, that was a really good game 1, and just Ket needed to take their opportunities, and they didn't, especially with that Cal miss. That was
huge.
Gutting to see. But now, as we head into game 2 now, and will Ket make a bounce back from this? We don't know. Yet again, Ket on the orange, Calculated on the blue. Let's get into game number 2 here in the playoff finals. It's a double commit on kickoff for Ket. That kind of worked in their favor, but Maddie does get the hit on net. And Callum, not the best clear from him. And now Maddie, still trying to shoot on net. He gets past Square. And a little bit of bumping going on from Ket's defense as Raptor missing the ball. But now Callum, trying to take it himself. He can't. Maddie's there. Now Luke gets it past Maddie. It's going to be as far as PNB and Square. But it's a double commit. And that allowed Luke for a shot, but Maddie is back in time. Now Callum. He's going to try to hit the corner. He misses the ball, though, and that's unfortunate for Callum. He's been missing a lot of easy shots. Good shot from Maddie. What a good save from Callum, though. That keeps Ket in this. But we see the pressure coming from Calculated already. As Luke takes a shot, but Maddie gets it over the defense, and that might be a goal, and it's an own goal from Callum.
It's really hard to watch this, because Ket have been one of the stronger teams in the championship. And watching him fall apart like this in the playoff final, it's really upsetting, to be honest.
Yeah, and comparing to how they played last week, they played very well last week. I will admit. To see them crumble like this week is not what you want to see. But now Callum off the crossbar, PMB's in net, and he does get the clear. And now it's such another huge opportunity for Ket to take the lead here.
He looks like they just don't want it.
Yeah. Now Luke hitting it to his own net. A lot of defensive mistakes here for Ket. And now here comes Maddie. He's up for this. Does he have the double tap? He doesn't, but it's off the crossbar. Good clear from Luke. He does get it cleared, but it's as far as PNB. And now Luke kind of cutting in front of Raptor there. That's not what you want to see on the defense. It's PNB now going for demos on Luke. The friendly banter coming into play here. So here comes Luke. trying to get to the corner. He does. It's as far as Maddie, though. Maddie's making very good clears, but here comes Callum. Callum over to Luke. Luke is not going to turn on that, though, so it's very interesting there as Callum just pinch it, but it's way too wide. Miss from Raptor there. That does allow Luke to clear, but it's as far as Maddie. Maddie again, these booming clears, really making the defense of Ket struggle here, but that's a good center from Luke. Great wall clear from PMD, though. He does get it cleared. Does he have to double? He doesn't. And now Callum centers it, but that's right to Maddie once again. And the defense has to scramble. So that's a good center for Maddie, and Raptor's just sitting in the net there. I'm not sure really what he's doing. But he centers it again, and that was almost another own goal from Ket. What is happening?
It's not the greatest performance from Ket, let's be honest with ourselves. It's like I was saying, it's hard to watch. So hopefully they can turn it around in the last 2 minutes, bring it to the game.
Yeah, and
I don't really see it happening.
Yeah, and you can tell Luke is really trying here to get a goal for them, but that's a center from PMB, and now here comes Luke with the shot off the post. Can Callum finish it? It's off the crossbar again, and they're not taking their chances.
It's getting laughable now. It's not only have they had a poor performance, they've had a teammate not show up, and now they're getting all the bad luck. So it's definitely not their day.
It's not their series indeed. And now PMB trying to put the nail in the coffin here. Trying to just seal this deal. You know, all they need is another goal, and they can comfortably see Calculated through into the grand finals. As Square, you know, really being good in the midfield, you know, hitting the ball back to Ket's half. But now here comes Maddie. That's going to be an open shot. It's a good save from Luca. That's right across the net. Callum can't get to it. Square can't get to it. It's Calamity at the goal line, but Luke finally gets it cleared. But there's Maddie off the crossbar again, and that's another miss for Maddie. And will that make the difference here? Now here comes Luke over PMB, but Maddie is just there again. And that might be just in. No, it is. It's off the crossbar. It's a miss from Square. Now PMB is alone. But now Maddie rotates behind him, though. So that leaves all the pressure that Calculated had. But now Maddie booming it back up. Here comes Luke. Luke with a good save. This could be a good counterattack opportunity. He gets it over too. It's just PMB back. But PMB does well to get to it. It's a double commit from Calculated there. Now it's going to allow Luke to shoot a little bit. And now it's Maddie against Callum. Maddie gets it to the right-hand side away from Callum. And now Maddie off the wall. Gets it off the backboard. Very awkward here. 13 seconds left. Luke has a shot. It's not as far as Maddie, though. Maddie, not really a good clear. Off to Callum, and he's really wide. He pinches it wide. Now Luke, he can get the shot. It's over Square. Is it going to go in? It's not.
That absolutely sums up this series. They're probably a second away from getting that goal. It was going to bounce into the post, and Callum was right there to tap in. But no, it's 1-0 Calculated, 2-0 on the series, and they've gone straight through to the final.
Yeah, and, you know, and the question we got to ask here, Pluto, is if Burning Man was playing here, what would this series would have been?
It would have been a completely different series, to be perfectly honest with you. Raptor, we didn't really have much idea what was going on in this team. It's been an unfortunate one. He's done well to step in, so it's not really his fault. But,
yeah.
It
isn't his fault at all.
A very convincing
It's just really short notice. Yeah. And that... I mean, it was a good series, but, I mean, Game 1 was hard to watch. And, you know, Ket had the opportunities to win the series. They just needed to finish it. They just needed to finish every opportunity they had.
Yeah, they needed a strong performance to beat Mass today, especially since it was in form. It's it's really disappointing to see the playoff final finish like this.
Yeah, you know, especially how Ket played last week. You know, I was expecting, like, you know, Game 3 overtime, you know, 1-goal games, you know, and then Burning Man just decided not to show up, and that is really what killed them.
Yeah, absolutely kick in the stomach.
Yeah, and you could tell Callum was not happy about that in game one. He really wasn't happy about that, and that just sums up their series. Really, just a heartbreak.
Yeah, it's completely got rid of my Chicken Kiev mood. It's really, really disappointing, depressing times.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, at least game two is decently close as well. But I do feel like Ket could have won that game, but they didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
Cowculated were
yeah,
very much in control of that game. I think they knew what they were doing. They never really seemed under pressure. Even though it was a one-goal game, I think it could have been easily 4-0. Maybe 4-2 if Ket had finished their chances.
yeah, definitely. And now we have, and now getting into the grand finals. Pluto, you want to explain what the grand finals are looking like now?
Yeah, it's going to be my team, Savills and the Sevens, versus Calculated. Obviously, we got automatic playoffs. Well, automatic finals. They don't have to go through to the playoffs. Calculated have won the playoff final. They've been playing for the last 3 weeks, however long the playoffs has lasted. And yeah, it's going to be quite an entertaining match. I think it's a best of 5. So
Yeah,
we came out on top in the season. So we could go either way, really.
it really could go either way. And finishing first, Pluto might come back to bite you guys, honestly, for not playing as much
Yeah,
as
that's
what
exactly
Calculated
it.
have been playing. And that's gonna be really interested for the grand finals. Commentary wise, I will be back in commentary. I'm not sure who will be joining me. That will be later announced, as Pluto is playing in the grand final, so he will not be commentating, obviously. But yeah, that I guess wraps up our series today. Thank you for joining us, Pluto, for commentary. It was a really good series to watch.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
And
These past
yeah,
games.
and yeah, we hope you all enjoyed this series, and we will see you guys next time for the grand finals in ARL Rocket League. Peace.